Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Nxt 2.O. I am Gene Okerlund here with Trini Kwan and with Wade Barrett. And today on Nxt 2.0, we're gonna have the King Sphinx or the King Cat's locker gathering team. I don't know what the English word for, I guess it would be team or caverment. Well, caverment's a French borrowed word. Court is a French borrowed word. English word to be what? I guess I would say locker or team. Gene Okerlund said, "Yeah, we haven't seen him in a long time," Trini Kwan said, "have we? We haven't seen the King Cat or King Sphinx here in some time." "No, we haven't," Wade Barrett said. "It's been a long time since he's been in the TWF and a big offshoot of himself." "Yeah," Gene Okerlund said, "back in the day it was a thing. And now we're back again." I want to welcome everyone to the King Sphinx Court or team or whatever, I don't know what the English word is. I was here a long time ago when I was in my Bandai offshoot here from between 93 while I think up till between 95 while. Then I got a hole in me, then I got thrown out. And that was the end of it. So today, here on NXT 2.0, we don't know what the 2.0 means. I'm going to have someone on the show who I believe needs to be on the show. You see, there's been a hang up with a certain small man, and he being Ricochet. So why just bring Ricochet on the show? Oh, is this supposed to be an offshoot of the King's Court or the King's Gathering, whatever you want, whatever the English word is for it? Yeah, Ricochet, you can't stand up. Back in my day, the King Sphinx said, if wrestlers, back in my day, all we had was the Hasbro WrestleMania ring and a Hasbro King of the Ring ring, and that was good enough. You can't stand up in that. And since then, you offshooted from WWF rings, WCW rings, W rings, whatever. They never got no AEW ring yet, but hey, that's gonna probably happen one day, right? So, what's it about me not standing up or something? So I understand that that Tool Gajora don't like you. And he never says why he does not like you. He just says he doesn't like you. Well, I don't know what his hang up is. Fuck. I don't know what his hang up with me is. I just know he doesn't like me. Well, I know what his hang up with you is. I know why he doesn't like you. It's since you can't even stand up in the ring. Look at you. You never really did anything good in your whole life. I mean, don't take that back. You're probably this great wrestler in ROH or wherever you were before that. When you got the WWE, former WWE NXT North Land fighter, or former WWE Wanted Rights fighter. And then they kind of stopped. And then you were teaming up with Aleister Black, then you were on your own. Then I don't know what the hell you were doing. Then you were involved in the Uprising, the Mustafa Ali team. It didn't quite go anywhere. So, why are you even here? Isn't it asking? I mean, are you gonna ask me like a thought? Like what walks in the morning, what crawls in the morning, and then then walks by the after day, and then by evening and night they're they're walking with a staff or a stick. If you're going to say that that's a man when a boy or a girl when they grow up and they go from a baby to a walker to a kid to a tween to a young grown up to a elderly grown up, I already know the answer to that. So here's the answer to you. Why the fuck would you even be a king of anything? I mean, you're no king. Come on. I know everybody thinks you're all great and everything, but you had that hole in your back in the day, Ricochet said. Ricochet, you weren't even born yet. You weren't even in the TWF back in the day when I was around. See, and I just wanted to let you know, why would anyone take you earnest anyway? I mean, oh, one and only. Of what? Your name should be Ricochet. And now I know why Tool Gajora don't like you. And I brought him on the show. Hey, don't worry about this, King Spinks. Or whatever. I know that I don't worry about this. I know Ricochet, or do I call him Ricochet? I like that name. He's a more greater. He doesn't have anything to worry about. You know, at the end of the day, it's all shit. I got him beat. Oh, is that right, huh? Well, let me see, Xena says, if you got him all beat. See, I know this is where the four-setter Hunter Hearst Helmsley or Triple H would have come out. And I know this is either where I would have her have Astronema come out. But the four-setter Triple H Hunter Hearst Helmsley's busy. I'm busy, but I can't, quite frankly. I frankly gotta come out here and back up Ricochet. So the way I look at it, King Spinks, this is what the show has become. Yeah, I know it's an offshoot of what Jerry Lawler did with his show on Wrestling Dare and Alone Day Night Raw between 93 while to now between 95 while. Bring someone out, shame them, guilt them, put them down, then bring out one of their foes and make their foes out to be like they're some kind, like they're the greatest, like they're the beaten. So today, Ricochet, you get to fight Tool Gajora. And King Spinks, we don't even want you to wrestle because we got to take those wings out, and they're going to be it's going to be a bind and a hang up to put them back in. Well, we just heard from the owner, Xena, who shows up every once in a while. You know, Gene Oakland said, good to hear from Xena. We hope we're going to get this match here today between Tool Gajora and Ricochet. Well, Trini Kwan said, yeah, Gene Oakland said, and is the Allegheny Earldom winnings going to be on stake or not? Well, I like the other name Ricochet for him. I think that's a cool name, Wade Barrett said. I think folks should call him Ricochet, because I truly think that's a good one. Well, I understand this is not, I understand this is for the Allegheny Earldom winnings. First, he is Tool Gajora, and he is Ricochet. And now Ricochet just took down Tool Gajora here on Nxt 2.O, whatever that stands for, Gene Oakland says. Ricochet taking down Tool Gajora, Gene Oakland said. Yeah, Trini Kwan said. You go. Take him down, Trini Kwan said. I think Ricochet does very well for himself. He is a former TWF Allegheny Earldom fighter. He's a former WWE NXT North Arisland fighter. And he's a former WWE Wanda Rights fighter. So he done very well for himself. Oh! Trini Kwan said. But in the wrestling business, as far as Raw or SmackDown or NXT goes, it's what you've done lately. Not what you did in the past. It's what you did lately, Wade Barrett says. It'll be like me talking about how I became a six-time WWE Interlando fighter. But I haven't really done nothing. And now, Tool Gajora. But I've really done nothing since then, Wade Barrett says. You know? Oh, and Tool Gajora taking down Ricochet here, who behaves like the big head man. Well, he is. He's offshooter from him. And right now, we don't know if we'll see him in the King Rick Loudness or not either. Down with the tail. And we know another creep out there that's got to hang up with someone. That would be MJF and his hang up with Ninja, Gene Okerlund says. I'm struck that they didn't put him on the show. Oh! And Ricochet right now is in a hang up. Tool Gajora is going to win this, Gene Okerlund said. I don't know about it, Trini Kwan said. See, he has no soul, he has no heart, so I don't see, he has no feelings or thoughts. So how can he beat someone who has a heart, soul, feelings, and thoughts? Trini Kwan said. Ricochet taking down Tool Gajora. Trini Kwan said. So how can he? So he has no soul, has no heart, feelings, or mood, or thoughts. So how can he beat someone who does got a heart, soul, feelings, and thoughts? Trini Kwan said. I don't know. Wade Barrett says. Ricochet. I don't know. Wade Barrett said, but it's not going to be a good day for Ricochet, or I like to call him Dickochet. That's a great name for him. And don't you think, Wade Barrett said? I think that's a shameful name for him, Trini Kwan said. Me too, Gene Okerlund said, a shameful name. Oh, and King Spinks just struck him with his staff. For someone who doesn't wrestle or fight anymore, he just hit him with his staff. And oh, the sidewalk slam by Tool Gajora. 1, 2, 3. It's over, Gene Okerlund says. Here is your winner. And here's your winner and still the TWF Allegheny Earldom fighter, Tool Gajora. Well, Tool Gajora, beat Ricochet here on NXT 2.0, with the help of the King Spinks, or King Cat, or whatever. Spinks is a Greek or a Hellenic borrowed word. King is an English word, so it would be cat, or whatever the English word for that being would be. And I'm sure he's very happy with himself. Wade Barrett says he's truly happy with himself. I'm happy that Ricochet or Dickochet did not win it, Wade Barrett said. Would you stop saying that, Trini Kwan said. You got to be so mean. You got to offshoot yourself from who? Jesse the Body Ventura, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jerry King Lawler, Johnny Polo, $1 Million Man, Teddy DiBiase, James E. Cornette, Paulie Dangerously, Taz, John Bradshaw Latefield, Nigel McGuinness, Corey Graves. Yeah, Corey Graves. So great for being creeps just like they were. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Oh, Mark Mackin, forgot about him too. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Gene Okerlund says. Wade Barrett, you shouldn't be calling him you call him Ricochet. Stop calling him Dickochet. That's shameful. That's a mean thing to say. I back you up, Trini Kwan. Wade Barrett said, one thing, I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, I like to know how the King Spinks, we have to learn why the King Spinks is, struck and hit Ricochet and took him down. Alright, Jim Ross says, you haven't... Let's see, get Jim Ross, who doesn't do it as much. Alright, Jim Ross says, alright, King Spinks, or King Cat, whatever you want to call yourself. We just saw you take down Ricochet. And for someone who does not wrestle or fight anymore, I just I came down there, and you didn't see anything. You didn't hit me with a staff or a stick. Yeah, we saw it, Jim Ross says. And anyone who watches this film after it uploads and fillets on YouTube will see the staff. The staff that Bandai didn't give you back in the day, but Hasbro did. Well, I'm not really a big follower of Ricochet, or Dickochet. Jim Ross, I tell you something. The TWF has been around, at least we're going to say, been around for 28 years. It's going to be 29 years. And for most of those 29 years, a lot of wrestlers come, a lot of wrestlers are gone. But I came back. And you see, unlike the first time I was in the TWF, this time Ricochet can't do anything to me. Because putting the wings on my back is a hang up and a bind. So you're going to handicap that, right? You're going to beat up on him. You're going to help Tolga Joro win. And you're going to bullshit that's going to be a bind and a handicap and a hang up to put the wings back in. Yeah, it will be. Well, let me tell you something, Jim Ross said. You are a weakling. It makes you a creep, a bully, and a heel. And shame on you. You should be ashamed and guilty. Shame of guilty of what? I'm going to ask you something, Jim Ross. I mean, how many years have you been wearing that same cowboy hat? Oh, let me guess, since between 96 YL. But I want to tell you something. I'm happy you overcame growth. Good for you, Jim Ross. But at the same time, don't be guilting, shaming, and scathing me for what I did here on NXT 2.0 and the TWF. Well, that's my talk with the King Spinks. I hate this hat. It's just, it's me talking with the King Spinks. Back to you, Gene Okerlund. Well, thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with the King Spinks here on NXT 2.0. But it looks like it is all the time we got here for NXT 2.0. I am Gene Okerlund for Trini Kwan and Wade Barrett. We hope you like NXT 2.0, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite, or Strength or Might.